your worth and your superpower. It's all connected. So I used to contract for a company that was paying me nothing per session and per school evaluation. And I one day went to an IEP meeting, and the IEP person, the special ed coordinator that was leading the meeting, she was like, "Hey, I know this is a little bit personal, but you and I have a good relationship and you seem like very cool and open. Can I ask you how much money that this company is paying you for this evaluation that you're doing for the school?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're paying me 250." And she starts laughing hysterically. And I'm like, "Okay, now you have to tell me why you're laughing." And she's like, "Do you know how much they're charging us for your evaluation?" And I was like, "I don't know, like 500." And she was like, $1,200. And I was like, "Excuse me?" That same day, I walked out of the school and I picked up the phone and I called this accountant that would had been referred to me, because I was a contractor. I was a 1099. I needed an accountant anyway. She had been referred to me by my now mother-in-law. And I just said, "Hey, you don't know me, but you came highly referred. And I really want to open up a business here in DC. And I don't know where to start. It's a very complicated process, I've heard. And I need you to do all the paperwork for me because I want to open my practice today." And she was like, "Okay, great." And so in April 1st of 2018, I established Voice Speech Therapy with the help of my accountant, who is still my accountant today, as an LLC. And the goal was for me to provide home visits, just like I was doing in Austin, but at a self-pay level where I was the only provider and I was charging families per visit. And I was basically going all over DC, Maryland, and Virginia. By 2019, I had finally built up my caseload to the point where I was considered full. And full for me looked very different than full in Austin, because full in Austin at the company I was working at was like 35 to 40 sessions a week. Full for me as a, private pay owner of my practice was having 15 to 16 sessions a week. And that to me was just the biggest shift in my mentality of having more flexibility in my schedule and obviously making the same amount of money, but working significantly less, and being able to rearrange my schedule when I had doctor's appointments, when I had something I had to do with my, you know, husband, when I had to go visit my family in Texas. It was very easy for me to make those schedule changes. So once I completely quit my other contractor jobs and I jumped into being full-time with Voss, that was one of the scariest moments of my life by far. I remember sitting there thinking, "Oh shit, here we go."